Alright, today we're going to do section 8.7a, which is called multiplying polynomials. If you remember, poly means many, so it's multiple terms being multiplied together. When we started the chapter, we just multiplied monomials. Now we're going to be multiplying polynomials. Specifically today, we're going to be doing binomials. And bi means two. So we're going to be multiplying two things together that each have two terms, like x plus 5 and 3x minus 2. Each of those has two terms, and we're going to learn how to multiply those together. When you are multiplying two binomials together, every term in the first binomial has to be multiplied by every term in the second binomial. Basically, you have to distribute twice. You have to distribute each term in the first to each term in the second. So we have really basic x plus 3 times x plus 2. The first term in my first parenthesis is x. That has to be distributed to each term in the second set of parentheses. So x times x is x squared. And x times 2 is 2x. Once you've done that, then you need to distribute the second term. In this case is a positive 3, has to be distributed to every term inside. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. Once you've done that, you can see that your two terms in the middle are alike. They both have just one x. You do not have any other terms with an x squared, so that's by itself. But 2x and 3x get added together and give you a positive 5x. And then your last term is just a constant of 6, and that didn't have anything that was like it either. Whenever you FOIL, your final answer should have three terms. Usually a squared term, a term with just one variable, and then a constant or a number by itself. We also call this method FOIL, because if you think about the last one we did, x plus 2 and x plus 3. What FOIL stands for is first, outside, inside, last. And that means you take the first terms in each of the parentheses and multiply them. Then you can take the outside terms in each of the parentheses and multiply them. So the outside terms are x and 3. You can take the inside terms and multiply them, which in this case would be 2 and x. And then you can take the last terms and multiply them, which is going to be 2 and 3. So first, outside, inside, last. First two terms, outside terms, inside terms, last terms. Just double distribute. Make sure every term gets multiplied by every other term. So first terms are x and x. So x times x is x squared. Outside terms are x and 7. X times 7 is 7x. Now I move on to my second term I have to distribute, which in this case is a negative 5. Be careful with your signs. So negative 5 times x is a negative 5x. Negative 5 times 7 is a negative 35. Again, once you've distributed both terms, so I double distributed. I distributed the x, and then I distributed the negative 5. Once that is done, combine like terms. My two middle terms match. So the x squared stays the same. 7x minus 5x is a positive 2x, and then minus 35. Again, my final answer is three terms in descending order, squared to the first and then constant. The first term I have to distribute here is 2y. Remember to multiply the coefficients and add the exponents. So 2 times 6 is 12, and y is y squared. Then I distribute it to the next term. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14, and I just have a single y. Then I have to switch to my other term of 3 that I need to distribute. 3 times 6y is a positive 18y, and 3 times negative 7 is a negative 21. Once I'm done distributing, I combine my middle terms, keeping the outside terms the same. So 12y squared stays the same. This is a negative 14 plus 18. Negative 14 plus 18 is a positive 4y, and then minus 21. My final answer is just 3 terms, a square term, a y term, and then a constant. The first term I have to distribute here is y. So I go y times y, which is y squared, and then y times 3, which is a positive 3y. When that is done, then I go to my next term and I distribute the 4. 4 times y is 4y. 4 times 3 is 12. Then I combine my middle terms. So I have y squared plus 7y, because 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 12. That's it. Final answer is 3 terms. On this slide, I'm just going to do the last one with you, number 3, because there are 2 variables and those can get kind of confusing. So I'm going to first start by distributing the 3b. 3b times 6b. So 3 times 6 is 18, and 2b's is b squared. Then my outside terms, 3 times 5 is 15, but this term has a b and this term has a c, so I have one of each, and I'm going to write them in alphabetical order, so b, c. Then I need to go and distribute a negative 2. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Again, I have both a b and a c, and I'm going to put them next to each other in alphabetical order, so that's b, c. And then negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. And I have 2 c's in that case, so my last term has c squared. When I go to combine my middle terms, they're still the same. They both have a b and a c. So I have 18b squared. And then 5 minus 12 is going to be a negative 7b, c, and then minus 10c squared. And that's it. So the process is exactly the same. I distributed twice. I combined my middle terms. It's just that the variables got a little different in the middle. That's it. So FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. This is your assignment, 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30, due tomorrow.